Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Talking Mods. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things you should look for when picking a shop to work on your car for installation. Hey guys, so on today's episode we're going to talk about the 5 things that you should really consider in picking at your shop. And obviously reputation is without word, you guys know that. You can look at the Yelp reviews, you can look at all sorts of things. Obviously when a friend tells you, that's going to be one of the most important things, but there's other ways to judge a shop. And I'm going to go into that. I'm obviously wearing our Mod Auto shop. So at Mod Bargains, our website, we also have Mod Auto. And at Mod Auto, we're only here in Southern California, unfortunately, but it is where we do our installations. It's great for us because we are able to produce content videos. If you go to the Mod Bargains channel, you'll see the videos there. Most of the Know Your Mod videos are usually done within the shop. We get to test products out, we see the installations, we put first-hand knowledge, not just my own personal, but all the other modification experts who help you guys out. They have first-hand knowledge with the products, so we do testing. We sometimes, if you follow our Instagram, I guess this was a bunch of shameless plugs, but you can see all the work that's done, what's happening there, and what's going on. On our warehouse side, there's also some equipment as well. What's important is you want to go to, when you go to a doctor, you pick out, if you walked in and you didn't get a recommendation for the right doctor, your mom or your friend didn't say, hey, this is a good doctor, and you walked into a doctor's office and it was dirty and I have no idea what kind of equipment he's grabbing and you've never seen these kind of things and he's telling you to come sit down.
No way!
You're probably going to want to walk away from there. These are the 5 things to look for with shops. The first thing is going to be looking at the shop's equipment. And that's the easiest, right? It's a visual thing. And the first person that you're going to see is the technician that's working on your car. And the type of toolbox that a technician has, you might not think it matters, but it does quite a bit matter. A real mechanic that's been doing this for a while is going to obviously invest into his tools. He's going to use proper tools. He's going to have a real tool chest. Most of the time, if they are professionals, you're going to see that they have Snap-on tools, Matco tools, one of those brands. Those are the major ones. But if they're sitting there and they've got, Craftsman from Sears, sorry guys, if you've got Craftsman tools or Harbor Freight tools, I don't want to work on my car. Guys, the Snap-on tools, just to give you a reference, just the tool chest itself is going to cost them about $10,000 to $15,000 for one, not even the top part of the box.
Man.
Guys, that's not even with the tools inside. These technicians, they are investing, $80,000 to $100,000. I've seen some techs who have $300,000, $500,000 just in the tool sets that they use. Obviously, I've got a lot more trust in them because they're investing in themselves with the right tools and using the right tools on my vehicle. So guys, that matters. And you guys should look at that because if the guy's coming with Craftsman tools and he's like, okay, let's go jump on your car, I would hesitate quite a bit. Also, with the shop equipment, there's some easy telltale signs. Good shops are going to have rotary lifts or benpak just off the bat, and they're also going to be the right load rating. Now, I don't know how to tell you guys to check for load rating, but obviously if it's not properly load rated, it could cause a lot of problems with the vehicles that they're running. Brands like Atlas and some other cheap ones, people cut corners, and I don't want them cutting corners when they're working on my car. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want them cutting corners for your car. So that was the first one, was shop equipment. And the second one is going to be when you're looking for that alignment. Alignment is something that you need to get after you get your suspension. You don't want to wait too long. As soon as you change the right height of your vehicle, you need to get the alignment. The point is that what kind of alignment machine and how are they doing it? What kind of equipment are they using? And is it an in-ground alignment? And why would I care? So we use an in-ground alignment. It's a big investment. And sometimes shops can't get that in-ground alignment. And I understand it. But in major suspension places, in-ground alignment is considered the right way to do it. Number one, you're not going to scrape your car, right? So your cars, most of us who are modifying cars, who are lowering cars, obviously if we're raising our vehicles, our trucks or Jeeps, that's different. But if we're lowered cars, if you own a Ferrari, it comes from the factory lowered. You need to look for that in-ground alignment, a shop that has an in-ground alignment. If your car is lowered, you want to have an in-ground alignment because as it comes up that ramp, it's more likely going to start scraping. And most shops, 99% of the shops in California are with ramps and so forth. Very, very few, I think, in Southern California, which there's a lot of car modification. I know of about 3 that I personally know of. That's not very much. What kind of alignment machine are they using? How are they attaching the devices to the machine to your vehicle? Do they scratch up your wheels? A lot of the older machines, they scratch up your wheels. And guys, we're investing in our wheels here. I don't want scratches. You don't want it on your Jeep. You don't want it on your Porsche. Whatever vehicle you have, you don't want that. So that matters too. And the type of alignment it's getting. Does it actually factor in? Like brands like Hunter, they're Hawkeye, they factor in, hey, I've got a new lowered and changed geometry. It factors in a new alignment for you that gives you the best specs. Some are just like this stock boilerplate. The really old ones are. And a lot of shops just stick to the really old ones. And I find that to be kind of funny. I still see some shops doing the string method. Yeah. But honestly, invest in it. In the old race days, it was used. We have way better technology these days. Is the shop maintaining it? You can tell that, right, about the shop. So that kind of goes into some of the other points. How is that shop maintaining it? But in-ground alignment, it's a lot easier for them to maintain, that it's properly been leveled and so forth as well. Next piece of equipment that I think is extremely important and one that, I talk to my parents and try to explain that, and a lot of people just don't seem to understand this one, and it's wheel and tires. Now we ship a lot of wheels and tires to our customers, and it's extremely important that one major part of it is that you have it road force balanced. This is not a new technology. This technology has been around for, 17, 20 years now. There's older machines, now there's newer machines, and the technology has gotten better and better. And what is it doing? Basically the wheel is getting pushed along a roller that simulates it against the road. Guys, Costco, I don't even know if Discount Tire, and those places, Costco that my parents go to and other people go to, and I tell them not to, which my parents don't no longer go there, they use it, they just freely spin it, in the air. Any technician from Costco will tell you they wish they had road force balance. You might have to rebalance your wheels multiple times. It gives you, basically by simulating against the road, you get a far more accurate assessment of where to put the wheel weights on your wheels. You really see this when you start hitting freeway speeds. So as you start going above 60 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour, if you've ever felt a shimmy, your wheels are not properly balanced, guys. So, and you're paying for this, so why cut a corner? Ask the place, do you do road force balancing? Now, there are better equipment, yes, but road force balancing is so advanced these days. If you got a newer machine, it's the Elite system. So it uses 3D modeling. Not only does it simulate against the road, it does a 3D scan, and it's even more accurate. So it pinpoints the wheel weights exactly where they should be. So you use far less weights, but it's far more accurate. How accurate it can be if it's a non-staggered setup, right? Non-staggered meaning that, in case you don't know what that means, non-staggered means the same size width for all, same size wheels and width on all 4, rather than having, let's say, a rear-wheel drive, which will have typically a wider wheel on the back, right? So a non-staggered, you want to be able to rotate it. Well, it will actually, if you've ever felt it when you're driving on the road and you feel that little drag that's pushing you on the road, you'll feel like a little bit of a drag, right? Again, it's not alignment. There is an actual grooves in the tires as well that sometimes it actually pulls a little bit. It will actually tell you, hey, put this tire in the driver's side front. Put this tire in the passenger rear, etc., etc. So it will even tell you to that extent on a proper non-staggered setup. So again, it's very, very accurate. You need to do it the right way. So when we ship wheels and tires to our customers, they come with their printout, they have it, it's all road force balanced, it's done in the right way. It's a peace of mind that you know, hey, I've got it done in the right, proper way. So I can't stress that one enough on something to look for when you're doing your wheels and tires. The other one is a really interesting one, I think. It kind of goes with reputation, but it's the cleanliness of the shop. Remember, I used that example of that doctor's office that might be a mess. I mean, I don't know. If I walk into a dentist office and I see blood on the floor, I'm going to probably not want to be there. But cleanliness is important, right? Because how are they going to work on my car? You know, how organized are they? That matters as well to me. Are they busy? Are they busy just piling up cars, or are they just busy because they're going through vehicles and so forth? And then what is the expertise over there on those cars? You know, that kind of gives you a little bit of a glimpse, right? You know, are they working on Jeeps and trucks? Do I want to go there? Or are they working on Porsches and I don't want them working on my Jeep? Or maybe they do have the techs for it. So I think that's a very important factor. I can't stress the cleanliness part. I mean, I've seen some amazing shops that have it. We keep our shop as best as possible as well. I think it's something that has to come with the technicians and their pride and what they do. So especially in South America, I got to give them props. Those guys have one of the cleanest, in South America in general, especially in Mexico, I've seen some of the cleanest shops ever. Made me really think about, wow, these guys really take pride in their work. And the last one is going to be the license as well for the shop. Now that information is posted on each actual shop. For us here in California, I don't know every single state, but it's called the Bureau of Automotive Repair. You can look it up for your state. So Bureau of Automotive Repair is a standard by which shops kind of adhere to a guideline, a proper guideline on which they do things. It's to protect you and it's to protect them. If they're doing that, it's the best thing you can look for. For example, there are certain rules that are set. Hey, you know, we have our hourly rate. The shop should tell you the hourly rate. It's not just, hey, oh, you have this vehicle, therefore you should charge this much more per hour. No, it doesn't work that way. Each shop is different. Before we finish up the top 5, I'm going to throw some misconceptions here that I want to throw out as well, that are my personal opinion. And if I offend you guys, you text, feel free to post it in the comments. Again, if you guys have other reasons on how you pick your shops besides reputation and so forth, jump in here. So I'm going to give you my misconceptions. If I offend you, I apologize. ASE certification. Is it a big deal?
We didn't think it was that big a deal.
Well, it's not part of the guidelines by the Bureau of Automotive Repair. And honestly, in my opinion and experience over the years, that doesn't mean that the technician is better. That means they just got certifications. It doesn't mean that they have the experience. And the experience to me is far more valuable. And the other thing is, I often meet with different technicians and they've gone to different schools and so forth. Going to school is one thing, but it just gives you a general idea. It has nothing to do with the real world is what I often find. So I'm not trying to offend you guys if you've gone to school and you're a technician listening to this. What I'm trying to say is the experience is far more important. You might go to school and you might have installed 3-4 coilovers, which is what the average person installs in a 3 to 4 year schooling. Our technicians in our shop at Mod Auto are, if you ask one of them, they'd be like, well, I've probably installed 10,000, 20,000 coilovers. And they've run into multiple different situations. Guys, it's a craftsmanship and it has to be practiced. Technicians are people that have spent a lot of time in those shops. They require, it's almost artisanal in a sense, right? You might have gone to a watchmaking school and you might understand the concepts, but when it's time to make that watch, believe me, you won't be able to make that watch and build that watch. The same thing goes with a car. So those are my opinions on it, but those are some misconceptions looking at ASE certification or they went to this school. Honestly, that doesn't mean that much to me when I'm picking a shop. So guys, those are my opinions on it. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you like this video, hit like, give me your comments. You might disagree. Give me your additions. I'm looking forward to it. And guys, I will see you on the next Talking Mods.